Picture this. In 2025, the lush island of Sumatra in Indonesia faced a truly devastating cyclone disaster, one that caused widespread damage and tragic loss of life. And it wasn't because of any lack of warning from authorities. But tragically, despite those clear and timely alerts, the Indonesian Agency for Meteorology, Climatology, and Geophysics, known as BMKG, played a crucial role here as they detected the initial cyclone seed as early as 8 to 14 days in advance, giving plenty of lead time. Building on that detection, BMKG issued detailed and repeated warnings to all relevant parties, outlining the storm's path, intensity, and potential risks, which should have provided ample opportunity for preparation, evacuation, and safety measures across the affected regions.
Behind every question lies discovery. I'm Saluna, and this is SciCurious, where we uncover the science shaping our world.
Yet, when the powerful cyclone finally made landfall with its fierce winds and torrential rains, the region still suffered widespread structural damage, flooded areas, and, unfortunately, a heartbreaking loss of life among the population. Make no mistake, this catastrophe wasn't due to any failure in scientific prediction or forecasting accuracy. Rather, it highlighted a massive breakdown in the local response and readiness at the community level. In the critical hours leading up to the storm, no large-scale evacuations were initiated to move people to safety, and essential preparations like securing homes, stockpiling supplies, or setting up emergency shelters were simply not carried out. So, this raises a profound question. Why did these early and precise warnings from BMKG fail so completely to translate into the effective, life-saving actions that were so desperately needed on the ground? One of the major contributing factors was what experts call the last-mile failure in communication, where the official warnings reached the higher governmental levels successfully, but then stalled there without proper dissemination. As a result, vital information about the approaching cyclone simply didn't reach the general public in remote villages effectively, leaving entire communities completely unaware of the looming danger and utterly unprepared to protect themselves. Compounding this was a significant response model failure, where Indonesia's warning system, though advanced in prediction, lacked a comprehensive operational response plan to guide what should happen next. Without well-defined standard operating procedures, adequately trained response teams, and reliable logistics for supplies and transport, the entire machinery of disaster response ground to a halt when it was needed most. Beyond these systemic issues, structural and technical challenges in Sumatra's geography also played a significant role in undermining the effectiveness of the warnings and preparations. The island's remote and rugged topography, combined with the shortage of signal repeaters in isolated areas, meant that radio, mobile, and broadcast warnings often couldn't penetrate deep into valleys or highlands where many lived. Adding to the confusion was a common misunderstanding of the training effect of prior rainfall, where initial rains were seen as beneficial, but actually saturated the soil, priming the ground for severe floods and landslides when the cyclone hit. Systemic gaps in the overall framework further worsened the outcome, as Indonesia primarily relies on a traditional weather-based warning system that focuses on meteorological events. This approach excels at predicting rain, wind speeds, and storm tracks, but falls short in forecasting the real-world impacts such as devastating floods, destructive landslides, or infrastructure collapses that follow. In contrast, a more advanced, impact-based forecasting model, which directly predicts these tangible effects on people, homes, and roads, was regrettably not implemented in time for this event. Finally, weaknesses in the social infrastructure at the grassroots level were a crucial barrier to effective action during the crisis. Local disaster management agencies like BPBD suffered from chronic underfunding, a shortage of trained volunteers, and limited overall capacity, which crippled their ability to mobilize communities, distribute aid, or coordinate evacuations swiftly. It's a sobering statistic backed by global studies. Fully 70% of all early warning system failures worldwide occur right at this last-mile delivery stage, from officials to everyday people. And here's a fun fact to drive it home. A warning, no matter how early or accurate, is ultimately only as good as the concrete action it triggers in response. Think of it like this. It's akin to having the world's most perfect recipe for a gourmet meal right in front of you, but then forgetting to actually turn on the oven to bake it. Ultimately, the 2025 Sumatra disaster stands as a stark and urgent reminder that early warnings alone, while vital, are simply not sufficient to safeguard lives and property. True effective disaster management demands a holistic, end-to-end approach, encompassing not just accurate prediction, but seamless communication, thorough preparation, rapid response, and thoughtful recovery efforts. By deeply understanding these interconnected failures, we can take meaningful steps toward building far more resilient communities, not just in Sumatra, but across the globe wherever disasters strike. Be sure to join us next time, where we'll dive deep into the fascinating and complex geology behind landslides in Sumatra, uncovering the Earth's hidden forces at play. You truly won't want to miss this eye-opening exploration. See you then.
There's always more to discover. I'm Selu, and this has been SciCurious. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next wonder.